Hello there, Sprouts. All right, so another day of our glass week. We are doing goodies to help us make our studio a little easier for our projects. So I wanted to introduce you to the Lil Notcher. This is a 90-degree Lil Notcher by Cascade. And what this does is that the hand tool that cuts a perfect notch on both sides of a single-sided U channel at the same time. Now what they're meaning is either in metal copper, which I really love doing with those stained glass stars, and this silver zinc for edging. Normally they're really hard to like curve and bend and keep them even. But if you have them straight and you want a simple 90-degree angle, what you need is this little guy instead of worrying about your miter saw and cutting them at a certain angle and then holding them together and soldering them. That's way too much work. I'm doing a little unboxing here as well. We're going to have 5 of these for sale with an additional discount for this week only. If I don't sell out of the 5 that I have, they'll go back on price for the next person who needs it. So it comes with instructions as per the pictures on the site on how to use it, how to adjust it, because you can adjust it. Let's see here. If you're using Cascade 1/8 U-shape, zinc, copper, or brass cane, you shouldn't have to make any adjustments. It should just be good the way it is. The notcher is preset from the factory with a perfect fit. If you are using Cascade U-shaped cane with a wider or another brand of cane, you may need to adjust the position of the plates. I'm going to show you how to adjust those plates in a little bit, but I want to show you how this little guy notches these cane out. So it comes like this with your rubber band here. Here is the notcher. You have your 2 little bolts here. Looks like a little die cut here. This is where your cane goes in one side and the other, kind of like a stapler, you know, those 2 prongs. And so I'm going to take this off. And this is like a brushed alloy. It's kind of nice to the feel, even though I have gloves on. And then it has manufactured by Cascade Lead Products, Lil Notcher, Vancouver, Canada, made in Taiwan. I believe these little guys can be drilled into a table, so you can just leave it on the table and simply just cut as you go instead of hand holding this. So it is a pumping mechanism. I've heard sometimes these get a little stuck sometimes, so you see a bit of double D40, which is fine. If you have a standard cane, I'm not sure, this cane came from one of my glass holes, so I am unsure if this is Cascade, but I have a feeling this will fit. So let me double check here. It's also been widened with a thid. So let me try to make this a little smaller. We're going to fit it in one line and then the other line of this U channel here. We're going to pop it in. And it may actually seem like it may be too big, or no. Let's see. There's our pliers here and kind of close these off a bit. I don't want to bend it too much. Again, this is my scrap. This isn't something I'm going to be using on a project. So I'm not really the neatest with it right now. But here we go. Okay, it just needed to be closed a bit. So look, it fits nice and flush in there. You see how flush it is? Looks great. You see here that the piece is right there. I'm going to push. Ooh, there we go. That was 2 cuts. You have to wait for the second cut. If you don't wait for the second cut, you're not going to get the cut all the way through. I did that faux pas the first time I did this. So, check this baby out. Got a perfect angle that when you close it, it's a perfect angle for a 90-degree. So you put that into your glass. You do a little tss of the solder, like my little sound effect. And look at that. You get a nice part of the square. Now, I did not go through all the way and heard the second punch the first time. Got the first one but it never made its way through the second one. I thought I did something wrong, and I'm glad I found out that I did. So you need to hear that double punch when you use the Cascade Lil Notcher. We're going to do it again, but this time we're going to do it with copper. This is the copper or brass. I don't even know my metals right now. And this is a really nice one. I started curving actually on the Cascade circle maker, the bender, cane bender. And this one is going to go right in again into those grooves. Cameron, let's see how tight you are here. Oh, maybe we need to close it a little more. I'm going to gently just take my grozers and kind of munch on it a little bit just to make sure it's closed up. Let's see if it fits. All right, so we're scooting that into the hole here. Oh, come on, dude. Okay, that one side's done. Oh, there we go. Look, flush in like that. See the metal on the other side. We're going to wait for 2 punches. Ready? 1, 2. Now that you have the metal square pop out, you can release the handle. Open this up. You now have that angle to perfectly make that 90-degree turn. Oh, this is so freaking cool. All right, so I will be having these up for sale. I only picked up 5 of them. They were very hard to get in stock. And I know many people are trying to find used ones, but I have been successful in finding 5 brand new ones for you guys. This one is mine. This is the one I unboxed. I am not using a one that I'm selling you guys, so you don't have to worry about that. This is my little gift to myself to start messing around with frames before Christmas comes around. So I hope you guys like the presentation. I really want to see what you guys do with this. If you have one, send me a comment below. Tell me how you like it. I want to know what you guys do with this stuff. If it's not just a basic 90-degree angle. Do you do some sort of like hexagonal shape? Do you make boxes with it? Do you do ornaments with this stuff? I feel like this is going to make projects go by much more quicker than just cutting it at a 45, piecing it together, hoping the solder gets evenly put together, and making sure it's not janky looking. But this is a clean cut corner. I am loving this little notcher. Thank you, Cascade, for making something awesome. Now, if your cane is not an 1/8 of an inch, there is an option for you to make this bigger or smaller. There are these little pieces right here that you need to move in order for it to get a little bigger here. So I'm going to show you this as I'm turning these, and we're going to learn together which way it goes. So I'm going righty-tighty. Lefty-loosey is going to let me open up the channel. Lefty-loosey. Lefty-loosey or counterclockwise. Let's see what we got here. This is open. Oh, look at that. We can wiggle it open to be a larger size. How cool is that? So look, these come apart. Oh, that is so cool. And look, there's like little notches here to separate. And you can make them as big as you want. Fit your metal in there, okay? Get whatever metal you need to. If it's bigger than an 1/8 inch, close it up. Once you're done closing it, you're going to then go clockwise, and you're going to tighten that up. And once you tighten that up, it's going to hold on to whatever metal you have in there. How cool is that? And it already went back to its 1/8. If this was a bigger cane, it would stay bigger and just close around it. Really, really cool tool. Highly recommend.